Welcome to the Blue Futon, and now another digital review. And this one I've been kind of waiting for since the trailer dropped of... That's right, The Ritual. It's a Netflix movie that just came out today, and I'm about to watch it, and I'll let you know what I think of The Ritual after these words. Alright, just got done watching The Ritual. So it's about a group of friends that went to the Scandinavian forest because before these four friends went to the forest, there was five. And then there was an accident at a liquor store, which leads to going to the forest because the guy who passed away wanted to do a trip with the five of them to go hiking in the Scandinavian, Sweden countryside. When they get there, they basically say their prayers, drink, toast, the gangster drop with the whiskey. Then all of a sudden, one of the main guys, of course, in all these movies, guys get loud and obnoxious, trips over himself, and messes up his knee. So they have two routes. Go around the forest or go through the forest. And of course, they're going to go through the forest, and that's where the craziness begins of what is real, what's reality, and what is potentially killing them off, as well as putting animals and other people in trees. So the good about the movie, the atmosphere is absolutely creepy. I'm one of those people where just thinking about the ocean and how endless it is, that's kind of creepy and surreal, like you just don't know where stuff is going to end. As well as forest. If you have a dense, thick forest, you get lost real easy, and just paranoia can happen. So the atmosphere was great. Direction was also very great. Acting, can't really complain about these four actors. They did a good job with what they had. Also, the one main thing I liked about this movie is the monster design. So this is what I was hoping. I was like, oh, please let us see the monster. Please let us see the monster. Because a lot of these movies is like, the monster's hidden. It's an imagination. And it's like, no. If you put me through this hour-and-a-half movie and don't show me a payoff, I'm going to be really a butthurt. But I wasn't butthurt because this monster, our god, was pretty sweet. It was basically a moose with a backward or upside down human. So the legs are basically the antlers and the face is like right here. So it's like a moose upside down human. It sounds weird, but I thought the creature design was pretty good. Now the bad of this movie, it's basically one big bad, the actual story or writing. It's kind of, I want to call it confusing. It just doesn't make sense. So going through this forest, they hear things at this point and they're like, we don't know what to do. We're hearing things, it's raining. What do we do? Pitch a tent. Oh, but wait, there's a house. So let's go in the house. But before going in the house, there were symbols on trees and they found a dead carcass. They don't put one and one together until they enter the house and they see the same symbols and see weird things upstairs that I won't spoil because it is very creepy imagery. After spending the night in the house, they all have weird dreams. They pee themselves, or they get weird puncture holes in their chest. After that, they're getting chased by whoever are this mystical creature, god, monster. So they're getting chased. Of course, in this movie, people get picked off one by one by one by one. And then all of a sudden, they find another house with actual people this time. And then, of course, the people aren't normal. And they're like, here's the ritual of sacrifices, and we need to praise this God because he's making us live forever, are immortal. So like, that's interesting. They all have the puncture wounds. So if you have the puncture wounds, I guess you've been chosen because you have so much hurt in your soul that you have to stay alive forever because you did something in the past. And I'm just thinking about this right now. Of course, the final battle of chasing, killing, and movie ends. Saying the synopsis real quick and what happened, I'm also thinking in my head, since they heard the sounds and symbols before going to the house and they had the weird dreams and stuff inside the house and seeing the weird imagery, if they didn't enter the house, would they still been attacked by the monsters and had the puncture holes and wet dreams and peeing dreams and everything? So if they didn't go in the house, would they have survived? Same thing. I don't know. Road doesn't explain that at all. It also doesn't explain the final battle. I'll call it the battle or final ritual, which is kind of cool because you're thinking, oh, they live forever. That's why they kind of all look a little older, haven't showered. But then he does something in the attic and you're like, oh, wait a minute. So that's what they mean immortal. And he does stuff to the bodies and you're like, oh, okay, I see what's going to happen. That must correlate with all the other people. But then it kind of doesn't because they're still trying to worship this god saying we're sorry for the burning house of the stuff in the attic. So I thought they were supposed to correlate and they didn't unless he kills off the hosts because they're real. I don't know anymore. I'm just trying to figure stuff out. And that was the biggest downfall and it kind of hurts. So I was thinking one of these movies. I want to see one of these movies where this happens and of course there's got to be some survivors in this movie. and he runs to outside. He's gotta go to a police station, right? People are covered in blood. They don't know what to do. So they're like, we gotta go to the cops. And what do they tell the cops? Yeah, I was in a forest and this moose, upside down human, totally killed half the people. There's stuff in the trees. I bet you $20 the police are like, have you seen a psychiatrist lately? Because you are crazy. Overall, good directing, good atmosphere, good acting, and good monster design. But the actual story itself really hinders it from going above and beyond other movies, because if they didn't enter the first house, would it have all happened? Because they already saw the symbols and noises before. So I don't know. It's one of those things where like, hinders the movie though. The Ritual will receive 2.5 out of 5 blue futons, which equals a 50%. I really wanted to like this movie. I thought it was better than The Witch. I thought that was a pretty bad movie. Now, let's see if there are critics and user scores on Rotten Tomatoes. Alright, the critics gave The Ritual a 68%, and the user scores gave it a 52%. Alright, there's finally critic consensus with this one, and it is director David Bruckner makes evocative use of the Scandinavian setting and a dedicated cast to deliver a handsome, if familiar, horror story. Yes, like I said, the setting is amazing. The creature design is amazing. Yes, it is a familiar story that also is confusing. I guess I looked too deep into this and I wanted to think they connected. Like I said, the attic and other people, I thought they would, but they don't. And I love Southbound, his original. He had a short in Southbound. That whole movie, brilliant. Watch Southbound. But this is The Ritual. Do you agree with the critics' 68? The users 52 or my 50? This is Chase the Hockey with Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of The Ritual in this Blue Futon utopia, you Blue Futonians. Thanks for watching and have a great day. After this movie, please do not think of sacrificing goats or humans. It is not right, and it won't get you anywhere in life. So no. No, 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 no. No sacrificing people or goats.